You know how chaotic the markets are. Trying to find a real edge in all that noise can feel, well, pretty much impossible. But what if there was a tool that could not only cut through the chaos, but actually learn how you trade? Today, we're going to break down Veldora AI, a platform that claims it can deliver institutional-level intelligence that's tailor-made just for you.
So let's start with this question because it really gets to the core of the problem, doesn't it? For any active trader, whether you're into Forex, crypto, stocks, the sheer volume of data is just overwhelming. Trying to scan, analyze, and act on all of it is a surefire recipe for burnout, missed opportunities, and, let's be honest, some pretty expensive mistakes.
All right, here's our game plan. First, we'll talk about the dilemma every modern trader faces. Then, we'll introduce Veldora's fresh approach. After that, we'll dig into how it scans and scores markets, and then we'll get to its most powerful feature, that personal trading edge. And finally, we'll take a peek at what's coming next on their roadmap.
Drowning in data, starving for insight. Man, that just hits the nail on the head. It perfectly captures the challenge, right? We have all the information in the world at our fingertips, but actually turning it into something you can act on, that's the real battle.
And this is the landscape we're all stuck in. On one side, you have your basic retail tools. They're free, sure, but they're often pretty limited. On the other extreme, you have these incredibly powerful institutional platforms that cost an absolute fortune. And right there in the middle, that's the gap where most serious traders find themselves stuck.
And listen, this isn't just some abstract problem. It affects real traders every single day. Just think about it. The intraday trader who's trying to juggle dozens of charts at once, or the swing trader looking for that crucial confirmation across multiple timeframes, or the crypto trader who needs to see the macro picture. Even a serious beginner needs a structured system to build discipline, not just a blank chart and a bunch of hope.
Okay, so we've laid out the problem pretty clearly. Now let's talk about the solution. This is where Veldora AI steps onto the scene. It's designed to be a whole new class of trading intelligence, built specifically to bridge that gap we were just talking about. And here it is. This is the dashboard. The whole idea here is to replace a screen full of scattered charts and news feeds with a single command center. You've got your watch list with potential setups on the left, your main chart right in the middle, and all your market intelligence on the right. It's all about one thing, turning that market chaos into real, actionable clarity.
So what really makes Veldora different? Well, it kicks off with the learning engine, which is a total game changer. And we'll dive deep into that in a minute, but there's also regime filtering to help keep you out of bad, choppy markets, a signal expiry system so you're not chasing old news, and this all-in-one interface that brings your scanner, journal, and even your position sizing tools into one spot. It's about having everything you actually need right where you need it.
Okay, let's pop the hood and get into the engine room. How does Veldora actually do all this stuff? How does it sift through mountains of market noise to find those little nuggets of opportunity? It all starts with sheer scale. We're talking 95 different instruments. That's Forex pairs, gold, oil, the S&P 500, Bitcoin, even individual stocks like Nvidia and Tesla. All of them are being watched at the same time, around the clock. That's a level of market coverage a human being just can't possibly replicate on their own. And it's not just passively watching these markets, it's actively scoring them. Every potential setup that pops up gets a conviction score from 0 to 100. You can think of this as a powerful quality filter. So instead of you having to analyze every single wiggle on every chart, Veldora surfaces only the highest conviction opportunities. It brings them right to you so you could focus your energy where it actually counts.
So here's a quick look at how the process works under the hood. It starts with live data, of course. Then it runs all the technical analysis automatically. But then it adds this super critical layer, market regime detection. Is the market in a risk-on or risk-off mood? That context gets combined with the technicals to create that final score. The end result? A clean, filtered, high-conviction trade idea, laid out with your entry, stop-loss, and take-profit levels.
Now, that scanning and scoring system is incredibly powerful, but this next part, this is what makes Veldora truly different from anything else out there. This is where the platform stops just analyzing the market and starts analyzing you. So what is the learning engine? Well, think of it as an AI that completely flips the script. Instead of just looking out at the market, it looks inward at your actual trading performance. By analyzing all of your closed trades, it starts to figure out the specific strategies, the specific instruments, and the specific conditions where you personally do your best work. And this quote from the source material just says it all perfectly. The goal isn't to cram you into some generic strategy that works for somebody else. The goal is to find and sharpen your specific edge by looking at what's actually working in your own trading history. I mean, the contrast here couldn't be clearer. A generic strategy is just a blunt, one-size-fits-all tool. Veldora's learning engine, on the other hand, is designed to be a scalpel. Over time, it starts to show you fewer signals on instruments or setups you tend to lose money on, while boosting the conviction score for the ones you consistently win on. It literally gets smarter the more you trade. Of course, a platform like this can never stand still. The markets are always evolving, so what's next for Veldora? Let's take a look at their public roadmap. Okay, so here are some of the big things they're working on. They're adding back testing to sharpen signal accuracy and bringing in more intraday data, like 1 hour and 15-minute candles for more precise entries. They're also planning for direct broker integration, think one-click trading, and a full mobile version. But honestly, the most exciting goal on here is number 3, changing what the score itself actually means.
And this right here, this is a huge deal. The idea is for the conviction score to evolve from a qualitative metric, this looks pretty good, into a hard quantitative probability. Just imagine the system being able to tell you, hey, historically, setups with these exact parameters have hit their first profit target 71% of the time. That is a massive leap forward for making trading decisions.
So, if we boil it all down, what's the big takeaway? Veldora AI is built on a really simple but powerful idea. The best trading tool isn't just one that analyzes the market, it's one that combines broad market intelligence with a deep, data-driven understanding of your personal performance. It's all about taking that institutional-level power and making it personal. And that kind of leaves us with this final question to chew on. As we move forward, maybe the real sustainable edge in trading won't come from just having more data than the next person, but from having a better, smarter understanding of the data that is uniquely yours.